You make decent money, maybe $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year. You work hard, you pay your bills, but at the end of every month, something feels off, like the money just disappears, and you can't quite figure out where it went. Here's what nobody is telling you. There is one single monthly expense, quietly doing more damage to your financial future than almost anything else in your budget. And the terrifying part, most people consider it completely normal. I am not here to tell you that you made a mistake. I am here to show you a pattern that affects millions of working Americans who earn good incomes and still feel financially stuck. If you have ever looked at your bank account at the end of the month and wondered where all the money went, you are not alone, and you are not bad with money. You have just been following a system that was never designed to make you wealthy. Here is the central idea of this video. Monthly payment thinking is the silent enemy of wealth building, and nowhere is that more visible than in how Americans buy and finance vehicles. This is not about judging what you drive. This is about understanding what that payment is actually costing you. Not just today, but over the next 10, 20, 30 years. Think about the last time you heard someone brag about paying cash for a car. You almost never do. But how often do you hear someone say, "I got a great deal, only $600 a month"? We have been conditioned to measure affordability by the monthly payment, not the total price, not the total interest, not the total opportunity cost, just the monthly number. And that shift in thinking is extremely profitable for everyone except you. Here is the psychological truth behind this. When you break a large number into small pieces, the brain stops processing it as a real loss. Behavioral economists call this payment decoupling. The pain of spending gets separated from the act of buying. $600 a month does not feel like $36,000 over 5 years. But that is exactly what it is. And that is before interest. Let's reframe this completely. Your car is not just a car. Your car payment is a monthly decision to not build wealth. Every single month. Here is where it gets uncomfortable. The average American car payment right now is just under $800 per month for a new vehicle. Let's use a more conservative number. Let's say $600 a month. That feels manageable, right? But let's follow that money somewhere else for a moment. What if instead of financing a vehicle, you drove a paid-off used car and invested that $600 every single month in a basic index fund, averaging a 7% annual return over 30 years? That $600 a month becomes over $700,000. Let that sink in. One car payment, 30 years, $700,000. That is not a down payment on a house. That is not a vacation fund. That is a retirement, built entirely from the money most people hand to a lender every single month. Here is something most financial channels will not say. People do not buy expensive cars because they are bad at math. They buy expensive cars because of how the car makes them feel. Respected, successful, like they have arrived. And that feeling is completely understandable. We live in a culture that constantly signals status through visible consumption. The neighborhood you live in, the clothes you wear, the car in your driveway. But here is the dangerous part. Looking wealthy and building wealth are two completely different financial strategies. And in most cases, they move in opposite directions. The person driving the newer financed SUV and the person driving the older paid-off sedan may earn the exact same income. But 10 years from now, their financial positions will look nothing alike. One built a lifestyle, the other built a foundation. This is where it gets strategic. Most people do not have one car payment in their lifetime. They have car payments for their entire adult life. Here is how that happens. You finance a vehicle for 5 or 6 years. Around year 3 or 4, a dealer sends you a mailer, or an ad finds you online. It tells you that you can trade in your current vehicle and get into something newer for roughly the same monthly payment. And because you are focused on the monthly number, not the total debt, the trade seems reasonable. So you roll the remaining balance of your old loan into a brand new loan, and the cycle resets. 5 more years, new payment, new depreciation, same financial trap. This is not an accident. This is a business model, and it works because most people never stop to calculate the full cost. Let's run the actual numbers side by side. Call this the 30-year vehicle decision. Path 1. Financed vehicles. Every 5 years average payment, $600 per month. Over 30 years, that is $216,000, paid directly to lenders. That does not include interest. That does not include the higher insurance costs on financed vehicles. That does not include registration and taxes on higher value cars. Total realistic cost, closer to $270,000 to $300,000. Gone. Year 1 through 18 months. Save $500 per month. Purchase a used reliable vehicle for approximately $9,000 cash. Continue investing $500 per month into a basic index fund. After 30 years at 7% average annual return, that $500 per month becomes approximately $560,000. The difference between these two paths, over one working lifetime, is approaching $800,000. Not because one person earned more, because one person made a different decision about one monthly payment. So what do you actually do with this? Here is a simple framework. Step 1. Decide right now that your next vehicle will not be financed, not next decade. Your next one. Step 2. Open a separate savings account today. Label it Vehicle Fund. Set an automatic transfer for whatever you can manage. Even $200 a month matters. Step 3. When your current vehicle is paid off, do not upgrade. Keep driving it. And redirect that payment directly into your vehicle fund and investment account. That moment, when a loan ends and you keep the payment going, just redirected somewhere better, is one of the most powerful wealth-building moves available to ordinary people. Step 4. When you do buy used, buy with intention. Learn the basics of vehicle reliability data. Get a pre-purchase inspection from an independent mechanic. Treat it like a business decision, not an emotional one. Here is the mindset shift I want to leave you with. Wealthy people do not think about what they can afford per month. They think about what every dollar is worth over time. The goal is not to deprive yourself. The goal is to stop casually trading your future for a payment that feels manageable today. You do not need to earn more to change your financial trajectory. You need to stop letting normalized expenses quietly consume the margin that wealth is actually built from. Margin is freedom, and freedom is the whole point. If this gave you a new way to look at your finances, share it with one person who needs to hear it. Not because it helps the channel, because it might genuinely change their next decision. And that decision could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.